Welcome to Agenda Edina, a program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. Edina is a highly desirable place to live. That's according to the findings of the 2019 Quality of Life Survey. About 9 in 10 residents report they plan to remain in the community for the next 5 years and would recommend living here. The National Research Center conducted the random statistically valid survey in February and March and presented the findings to the city earlier this month. Survey findings are similar to those in previous years and are similar or higher to state and national benchmarks. The overall quality of life rating increased from 97% to 98%.
There are a couple of opportunities in the survey for residents to offer answers that are kind of outside the check-a-box answer. And that information comes back to us in kind of verbatim comment form. And that's pretty interesting to see, and we try to sift through that and see what we can learn. And so we're doing that right now.
In the 2019 survey, new questions were asked about diversity and inclusion and environmental sustainability. About 3/4 of respondents said they feel it's important that local government focus on creating a diverse and inclusive city for the people of Edina. Roughly the same number also indicated the city should enact ordinances and regulations to increase energy efficiency and climate resiliency, require higher green building standards, invest in renewable energy to get to net zero emissions, and invest in programs, as well as create policies to address climate change. While the majority are satisfied, trend data from previous surveys show that more residents are concerned about growth-related issues in the community. The City Council and city staff will use the survey data to guide their work and inform policy decisions. Among other things, data will be used in development of the 2020-2021 budget and associated work plan. Working to improve energy use in commercial buildings, Edina is now the second city in the state and the 31st in the nation to require owners of certain large buildings to benchmark their building's energy use. An ordinance approved by the City Council June 4th requires owners of existing commercial and multifamily buildings over 25,000 square feet to benchmark their building's energy use through the Environmental Protection Agency's online Energy Star Portfolio Manager.
This is a way for the city to support the community in becoming more energy efficient while allowing the businesses to understand their own data and make decisions off of that to invest in their buildings and become more energy efficient.
The ordinance will enable the city to collect and share data on energy use of large buildings to offer guidance to building owners on sustainability updates and policies. Hennepin County has organized a collaborative and identified a contractor that will help manage and administer the benchmarking program. In addition, CenterPoint Energy and Xcel Energy have recently made updates to their systems, which will allow building owners to automatically send energy use information to Energy Star Portfolio Manager. The program then compares the energy use of the building to similar buildings and gives it a benchmarking score, similar to the Energy Star labels you see when shopping for appliances. Building owners will receive training and onboarding support to this program through the contractor and will have access to a helpline and an online help portal. More information about the program will be mailed to businesses in early 2020. With 40 parks and open spaces totaling more than 1,500 acres in Edina, overseeing the Parks and Recreation Department is a significant responsibility within the city. Edina TV would like to introduce you to the new Parks and Recreation Director.
Knowing how passionate Edina residents are about their parks, City Manager Scott Neal led a broad search.
We got applications from all over the country. We interviewed people from both coasts, actually.
But when it came down to who was most qualified, the answer came from Edina's own backyard.
In Minnetonka, he's been in a community that's not unlike Edina in many respects.
For many years, Perry Vetter, who worked various positions in the city of Minnetonka, was always a Parks and Recreation fanatic.
I was successful in the position of Assistant City Manager, Administrative Services Director. However, I never left the Parks and Recreation too far behind.
Minnetonka and Edina have a similar makeup, including the size of the community, population, and median age.
You know, I think that the experience that he's had in Minnetonka is going to be very similar to what he'll experience here in Edina.
As head of the Parks and Recreation Department, Vedder will have many responsibilities.
Some of the major projects that have recently been undertaken ensure that those facilities are up and running, that they are meeting the residents' needs, as well as the ones that are being planned as well, looking at the expansion of Braemar Park and the Fred Richards Park as well.
Edina officials also saw that Vedder's experience in different departments was a valuable asset.
He's done a lot in the area of public works and open spaces and trails. He's done a lot with kind of general administration and city management.
He seems like he's going to be a really good fit for the department. Really, the whole team from top to bottom is excited to get to know him.
And what does Vedder see in the future for Edina Parks and Recreation?
Parks need to evolve, and they need to keep up to residents' ideas and demands and really understand what they're passionate about and how we can meet those needs.
For Edina TV, I'm Kenneth Gamble.
Vedder succeeds Ann Catry, who served as Parks and Recreation Director since 2012. Thank you for watching this episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.